I'm Carrie McCullough with Maryland Budget-Wise Weddings, and this is your monthly budget wedding flower fix. So for January, I thought we'd try something a little different, stray away from flowers. And winter is a really good time to try to do that because a lot of the flowers are more expensive this time of year. So what we did was something with curly willow. And there's a lot of different types of willow that are really cool, but I like the way this curly willow looks. There's also pussy willow and a couple other types that I can't think of off the top of my head, but the curly willow really looks nice for a winter themed centerpiece. And this was $5 for a bunch at the grocery store, and $5 is certainly enough to cover one centerpiece. And then coming down into the main part of the centerpiece, we used potpourri to fill this hurricane vase. And the potpourri does a really good job of filling the room with the aroma that flowers would have done. And since we're not using flowers, this will do a good job of replacing that. And this potpourri was $8 at the craft store, but I didn't use the whole bag, so it ends up being about $6 a table. And then I got some brown and silver ribbon from that same craft store, and I just intertwined it in there, draping it in as I filled it with the potpourri. And then for an additional accent, because we have a lot of brown going on here, I spray painted some styrofoam balls with silver spray paint, and this was just $2.99. And this should cover all of your styrofoam balls for all of your tables. And so I just also intertwined these foam balls in with the potpourri and the ribbon. And it's nice to make it look kind of messy. Don't try to make it look too perfect. Just drape the ribbon, throw a silver styrofoam ball in there, throw some potpourri, and just keep, layering it. And it looks really nice. And at the bottom here, we've got Spanish moss, which I also got from the craft store. And it's $2.50 for a bag that'll cover about 5 tables. So really you're looking at about 50 cents a table for that. And then the last, the vase that's holding it all together is a hurricane vase. And those tend to be a little less expensive than other vases that are more dramatic and around this size. You'd probably get a standard vase this size for around $10. So the hurricane vase was about $6. And hurricane vases are open at the top and open at the bottom, and they've just got that hourglass shape. So all together, we've got $5 for the curly willow, $1 for the ribbon, $6 for the potpourri, so we're at $12. And then the styrofoam balls were $5 a bag, and you use about half a bag. So 12 plus $2.50, about $15 there. And then the hurricane vase was $6. So it's about $20 for this centerpiece when all is said and done. And I think it's a really nice, something different, not your typical centerpiece, and it's still within a budget, and it still looks dramatic and nice for a wedding. So that's this month's budget wedding flower fix, and stay tuned in February when we'll get into some spring centerpieces.